Araullo reveals the 5 major reasons why he resigned as the reporter of ABS CBN READ. Araullo's recent resignation as a reporter of ABS CBN has really left everyone in shock and confusion as to why he has to leave his job. Now here are 5 reasons why he came up with such decision of leaving his job. 1. Strong statements towards Duterte administration. There are statements that were being released by Adam that leads him to be labeled as a biased reporter. One of the controversial issues that he's against of is HTE burial of the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos at the Libingan NGMGA Bayani, which he strongly disagrees. 2. Privacy breach. The supporters of Duterte threatens the privacy of anyone who would say something negative regarding the president. Araullo, who kept his privacy safe for a long time, doesn't want to risk it. 3. Threat to safety. This is everyone's major concern because the Duterte supporters threatens not just the privacy of anyone who would speak against Duterte, but also their safety. 4. To speak for future endeavor. He has been into news reporting for a couple of years now, and it sure is already time for him to drive himself to greater heights. 5. Maintains good image to public. Adam believes that his image in public is one of the strongest meter of how effective he's been doing with his work. Invite you to watch the video. Duterte requests de Lima to hang herself and resign from her senatorial position. Recently, the ad hoc committee spearheaded by Senator Leila de Lima launched a Senate hearing to investigate the alleged extrajudicial killings that resulted from the war on drugs. However, Duterte slammed everyone with the shocking revelations that de Lima herself is actually involved in the drug trade. After a series of exchanges with the senator, Duterte told de Lima to hang herself. "If I were de Lima, ladies and gentlemen, I'll hang myself. Dapat kang mag-resign. Sa pinapakita mo, you resign." This is the statement of President Duterte referring to de Lima during his visit with Poon Nestor Villanueva at St. Paul Hospital in Tacloban City. Wala ka ng muka, anong apakita mo sa mga babae? Follow me. This is how to be a woman of the world. Anang mahirap, he said further. Meanwhile, de Lima is yet to issue her statement regarding Duterte's tirade. Invite you to watch the video. Melvin Odicta, Iloilo's alleged top drug lord, and wife, shot dead. Must read. PNP chief Beto de la Rosa shook social media last Saturday after announcing that alleged drug lord Melvin Odicta Sr., also known as Dragon, believed to be one of the 2 drug lords operating the 2 biggest drug trades in Iloilo City, was shot dead by an unidentified gunman. According to de la Rosa, they are yet to collect sufficient evidence against the businessman who owns a fleet of taxis and vans for rental and a restaurant. However, he claimed that they already have tidbits of information coming directly from other syndicates of the drug group he belongs to. Hindi lang bilibid, NBP. May iba pang kulungan sa Samar, sa Davao. Mga kulungan do na may mga operation do na ganyan, de la Rosa said. Wala naman ibang nagko-control. Ang nagko-control ng drug trade dito yung mga tao naman sa looban ng bilibid. The command center is there. De la Rosa said. Iloilo City Mayor Jed Mabilog confirmed that they have stronger evidence against the businessman and revealed that they received information about Odicta's role in running the illegal drug trade in Panay region. Odicta's camp denied the allegations, and even went to Interior Secretary Mike Suna for help to clear his name, as he is and his family's life is in danger. However, around 1:30 a.m. today, August 29, 2016, Melvin Odicta Sr. and his wife Miriam were shot dead at the Katiklam Jetty Port in Aklan. Aklan Police Provincial Director PSSUPT John Jamili reported that the Odictas were on board a 2-go Ro-Ro which traveled from Batangas to Katiklan Port when an identified gunman shot the couple, seconds after their arrival in the port. The family's lawyer, attorney Gualberto Cataluna, shared that Miriam was shot on the back while Melvin is shot in the leg, head and chest. Melvin even called me for help, but they were declared dead when they arrived at the Malay District Hospital, Cataluna said. Invite you to watch the video. Watch. Espinoza reveals son's protectors after death of lawyer. The mayor of Albura, Late Rolando Espinoza Sr. is now in custody of police authorities according to a report from ABS CBN News. The city mayor grew concerned and worried about his safety and security after one of his lawyers was killed recently. Espinoza declined to have an interview after surrendering to the police, but he signed an affidavit in which he revealed the connections and protectors of his son Roland Kerwin Espinoza, who was involved in illegal drug trades. According to the Regional Police Office of Eastern Visayas, Espinoza's revealed information will be beneficial to the police authorities for future anti-drug operations. See Supt. Elmer Beltiger said that there were new names that appeared which were not on the narco-politicians list of President Rodrigo Duterte, and among those involved are also police officers. See Supt. Beltiger believes that the information they have gathered from Espinoza will strengthen their operations against drugs in the area and across the neighboring regions, which could lead to other drug syndicates connected with Kerwin. Invite you to watch the video. James, Nadine, do all for real love until I met you. Are you willing to risk everything so that love wins? ABS CBN and Dreamscape Television Entertainment proudly bring the newest series set to show that real love wins, Till I Met You, starring the love team of real-life couple James Reid and Nadine Luster, with Primetime's new leading man JC Santos, which starts on Monday, August 29. Nadine plays Iris, an achiever yet simple girl who wishes to give her family a better life. Having grown up without a father, she lives happily with her siblings and her mother Cassandra, Carmina Villarreal. She then develops a mutual understanding with her childhood best friend Ali, JC Santos, a son of a military general and a cook. With the same aspirations in life, Iris and Ali grow closer to each other and will develop a budding romance. Together they will chase for their dreams in Greece, where they will meet Basty, James Reid, a rebellious son who works as a tour guide in the country. Living only by himself, he will find the acceptance he has been looking for from Iris and Ali. However, their friendship will be put to test as Basty falls for Iris, deeply hurting Ali. This will lead them to the point of choosing between what matters more, love or friendship. Will Iris and Ali still fulfill the dreams they built together? Will Basty fight for his love for Iris? Are they ready to risk everything to have the one they love? Aside from the killing moments, viewers are set to see the breathtaking sceneries of Greece, as some of the scenes were shot in Santorini and other parts of the country. Also joining the stellar cast are Zoran Legazpi, Angel Aquino, Po Kwang, Kim Lina, and Robert Senna, with the special participation of Richard Yap and Jay Manalo. It is under the direction of Antoinette Jadan and Andoy Rene. Don't miss the scenes showing that real love wins Until I Met You, weeknights after FPJ's Ang Provinciano on ABS CBN or on ABS CBN HD, Sky Cable CH 167. Invite you to watch the video. MTV Video Music Awards, a playground for the next generation. Since MTV revived its highest honor, the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award, at the network's annual Video Music Awards in 2011, it has gone to Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Beyoncé and Kanye West, a lineup of artists who, from the beginning of their careers, understood the power of a well-executed music video. That's partly because of their ages. Like MTV, Ms. Spears, Mr. Timberlake and Beyoncé were born in 1981, and Mr. West was born in 1977. They're old enough to have lived through the era in which MTV dominance was integral to a pop star's ascendance. Even if the channel's relationship with music was in decline during the peak of their own careers, they understood its legacy, and executed top-notch videos accordingly. On Sunday night, at the 33rd installment of the VMAs, the prize was given to Rihanna, who was born in 1988, which means that by the time she was a teenager, MTV was well into its post-real-world transformation. She is an icon of a later generation, aware of how pop stars once were made, but also of how they're made now, which is by social media and, in her case especially, the successful public transmission of attitude. That Rihanna has already reached Vanguard level underscores an impending problem for the VMAs. For members of that next wave, Taylor Swift, Drake, Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj, Miley Cyrus, MTV is not a gatekeeper. It's a playground. That doesn't mean the end of the music videos. If anything, the form is experiencing a creative revival, but of the last generation of stars who owe MTV any measure of their success. That's why, at this stage, the awards themselves are relatively meaningless. Beyoncé won Video of the Year for her startling political statement, Formation, but kept her speech to formalities. It was her least relevant moment of the night. On the red carpet, she was joined by the mothers of Mike Brown, Eric Garner, Oscar Grant III and Trayvon Martin. And she performed for a fiery 16 minutes during the show, condensing several songs from her album Lemonade into a rumbling medley that was the ceremony's high point. That came midway through the 3-hour event, and felt like time well allotted. Letting Beyoncé be Beyoncé on television, for an audience of millions, is perhaps the best use of the VMA platform, now that it has essentially abdicated all the responsibilities of a traditional awards show. It's better as a showcase of superstars, in this year's edition, those who owe a great deal to MTV. Rihanna performed 4 times over the course of the night, in 4 different modes. Her reggae set was a block party, and her ballads were surprisingly strong. At one point during her tough trap-influenced set, she mangled some notes, badly enough to distract from everything happening around her. All of it, Rihanna being Rihanna. During his slot, Mr. West was petty, walking on stage to the controversial Taylor Swift mention in his song Famous. Then thoughtful, speaking extemporaneously about fame, violence and the difficulty of dreaming. Then provocative, debuting an erotic video for his song Fade, inspired by Flashdance and starring the singer and dancer Tiana Taylor. All of it, Mr. West being Mr. West. Along with Beyoncé, Rihanna and Ms. Minaj, who performed with Ariana Grande, the video was part of the night's consistent theme of celebrating the power of black female bodies. If the awards were just this, a blank slate for others to paint, it would be enough. There was the business of prizes. Beyoncé won 8, making her the most decorated VMA winner, with 24. Other winners included Calvin Harris, Drake and Fifth Harmony, but these were footnotes at best. This, in and of itself, isn't new. Other awards shows, like the Grammys and the Country Music Association Awards, shoehorn a slim number of prize presentations in between evermore performances. But the challenge MTV faces, moving forward, was clear in the night's other performances. The gap between the veterans and the younger class was vast. Nick Jonas and Ty Dolla $ign did a tepid Bacon, and Ms. Minaj looked bored assisting Ms. Grande on Side to Side. Worst were the Chainsmokers and Halsey, giving an embarrassingly listless performance of Closer, currently the #1 song in the country, not that anyone on stage seemed to believe it. The less said about Ms. Spears's flailing performance alongside G-Eazy, the better. Instead, the non-veteran moments that stood out the most didn't have much to do with music: Designer's rowdy red carpet excitement, Jaden Smith's reliably intense reaction shots, the surprise appearance of the internet sensation Joanne the Scammer during Mr. Jonas's performance. Before long, a generation of pop stars won't have much of a relationship to MTV at all, which is inevitable. But the most surprising part of this year's show was the degree to which MTV abandoned its own relationship to music. The show was without a traditional host, and instead relied on a recurring sketch starring Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key as a pair of social media-obsessed observers, part extreme enthusiast and part extreme troll. It was intermittently clever, and overwhelmingly baffling, like recruiting strangers to crash a house party and take over the stereo. And worse, it felt tonally misguided. This wasn't celebration, but distanced commentary, a rejection of the sort of fanaticism MTV used to breed and feed on. Thank you for watching videos like you. Remember, the channel, register and comment below. Thank you.